Hello and welcome to Jeeralang North. I'm here with Mark. How are you, Mark?
Yeah, good, thanks, Damien. Yourself?
Yeah, well, oh, look at the weather, isn't it
It is a
fantastic?
cracker day, mate. You can't get a better day than this. It is absolutely perfect. It's nice and still. There's no wind. It is just beautiful. The sun's out. It's fantastic.
And it's so quiet and relaxing, and you've got this beautiful view, which you can't see yet, audience, but we'll show you some of that soon. But tell us a bit about you. What brought you here? What's your background?
Yeah, so my background, I've come from law enforcement, a couple of different roles. I did some ARES stuff at Army, Military Police, Border Force, or the now Border Force, which was Customs and Border Protection there, and the prison service before that. And then now I'm the owner of H&M Farming out here in Jeeralang North. Myself and my 11-year-old son, we run a beef and sheep farm out here. Yeah, it's really nice and peaceful. It's a lot quieter than my previous life, and yeah, I really enjoy it.
It is, I can relate to that. But one of the things you're doing here is also creating a space for people to escape to, especially those that have that military background or police background. Tell us a little bit about
Yeah,
that.
so when we got out here, this was a previous dairy farm, and we felt that we didn't need the dairy. So we converted the dairy into a cabin for people to come and use. So veterans, members of police emergency services, single parents
Yeah.
that are struggling to afford a holiday, those sorts of things. So we've converted the cabin into quite a rustic retreat. It's quite nice down there. To be honest, I've never spent a night down there, but I've done a lot of work down there getting it to the point where it is now. So there's bedrooms, toilet, showers, lounge room, indoor, outdoor fires, big decking area which sort of looks out to an incredible view. And it's free of charge for people to come and use it when they want to. I know, this day and age, for single parents, those sorts of things, life can be pretty tough to try and afford a holiday. And the last thing you want to do is not get your kids some sort of a time away.
Yep.
And this gives you an opportunity to get a time away, see a working farm, see what it's like on a farm, see the pressures that farmers go through too, and also for the kids to learn some new skills.
Well, that's another component that you talked about, was the kids can actually get involved. You actually encourage that. You've got 150 acres here where
Yeah.
we can go for a walk, and it's quite hilly, so you get fit as well.
Yeah, it is. It's quite a hilly. Yeah. You're not short of a hill up here. Very few flat areas. But yeah, I ran a kids' day yesterday up here at the farm, and kids came up and got to see what it was like on a farm, and deal with some of the lambs and some of the calves that we've got in this paddock out here at the moment. Those sorts of things to see what farming life's all about.
Well, shall we take a bit of a look at some of the lambs and go around and show the
Yep,
people what we've
absolutely.
got here,
Yeah,
and what they can come and experience?
heading to the lambing shed and have a look in there.
So this is the lambing shed, is that right?
Yeah, so we're just in the lambing shed at the moment. So this is the other half of
I was going
H&M
to say,
Farming.
who's this guy?
This is Harrison. He's the other half of H&M Farming, and a cracker little farmer, aren't you?
You look like you've got some really protective gear on. Is that because lambs are pretty dangerous?
Nope.
No? What have you been doing?
Riding my bike.
You've been riding your bike?
Yeah.
What kind of bike you got?
A YZ85.
YZ85. Awesome.
Oh, top, mate. Tough. Thanks, mate. Thanks, buddy. We were doing an interview.
That's all right. No, you're all right. Pleasure to meet you.
Yeah. Thanks, mate.
Go through.
No worries.
Go through.
Thanks, mate. Take care, buddy. Thanks, mate. Cool.
No, you're all good. You're all good.
Cool. Thanks, mate. So we've had a big dirt bike riding day up here, haven't we? Yesterday and today.
Well, we've just had someone come in and into shot, and
we did.
We've edited that a little bit, but tell us about
So a single dad from Melbourne came up to get away a bit, bring his son up. They got a couple of dirt bikes, so they rode around on the bikes.
Yeah.
They stayed down in the cabin, had a weekend away, learned a bit about farming, and and they'd been once before, so it's their second time. Single
trying to
dad
get away.
Needs to just get away, a bit of time away, and it doesn't cost him anything for staying down here.
And,
so
and these things like a bit of attention too. Do they, Harrison? How do you keep them organised?
So just feed them, let them eat grass, and it's technically what we do for them.
So we let them out at different times, and these ones will go out this afternoon out into the other paddock in the dam paddock, and they can eat some grass. We just keep them in here during the night, obviously, because foxes and stuff, predators are around.
Yep.
So that they grow up to be big and healthy like their mums, don't we?
I think he wants to go for a run, doesn't he?
Yeah, he wants to get down.
Let him go. There he goes. Off and play.
So we've got lots of new life up here. We've got calves, we've got lambs, lots of things happening, haven't we?
Yeah.
Kids can come up and learn about how that, dock tails, mark up calves, that sort of stuff, can't they? Yeah.
And so the lambing shed here is part of what people can be involved with?
Absolutely, yeah. You can come and see the lambing shed, come come and see when they're born, obviously, and when we're working them, docking the tails, those sorts of things. Yeah,
All right,
absolutely. Yeah.
let's go and check out some more areas of the farm.
Terrific. Let's do that.
So you've got the beautiful milk shed that's been converted into this
Yep.
nice little
Yep.
place to stay.
Yep.
But you've also got more. But wait,
Yeah.
it's like Ginsu knives, isn't it? But wait,
Yeah.
there's more.
Yeah, it is a little bit like that. So
What's this behind us?
we've got a tiny house which we got put here on Tuesday, or we arranged to get delivered on Tuesday, and it's all still boxed up and wrapped up, and we haven't unwrapped it yet.
You can see the mattress is still
yeah,
in there.
everything's still in the
It's
plastic
brand
and
new.
boxes.
It's brand spanking new.
Yeah, so we know that some people probably like a little bit more class and
Yep.
perhaps sort of roughing it. I know,
Yep.
you know, particularly some of the boys from defence and that come down and stay.
Yep.
They really enjoy sort of the cabin and that sort of stuff. But I know some of the other people like a bit like the finer things in life. So
Yep.
we decided to try this to see how this
The
goes.
ladies would be that.
Well, you know, and I get that too, because
No,
sometimes
I've done that. We've gone somewhere and
yeah,
ladies have said, I'm not staying there.
yeah, I'll come off the farm and you're like, God, I just want a nice place to stay for the night. You know, like so we got this and tried this to see how this goes. So we'll set it all up in the next coming weeks. We've got to build a fence around it and that sort of stuff so the cows don't rub up against it and sort of annoy you while you're there. But yeah, it's all fully self-contained. It's got toilet, showers, you know, bedroom, it's aircon, heater. So, you know, the aircon's probably a big thing too, because, you know, obviously you're pretty out in the open and can get pretty warm during summer. So those sorts of things, it just gives people another option. That's all. So
it's a nice little spot because when you step out here, you get this wonderful view all the way through there. So this is where you're looking, and you've got a lot of glass there to see out. And, and just enjoy the peace of nature.
Yeah, so you look out onto the next mountaintop range over there, then out to the lake over there, you know, and then down to the paddocks over here. So yeah, and then basically, I mean, you know, you'll have the cows, all these calves, and the sheep, and the little lambs, and that right at your front door here.
Well, here we are, folks. This is the cabin.
Yeah, so we're down to the cabin now.
Which was formerly a milking shed.
It was, yeah. It used to be the dairy here. So as you can see, we're on the pad where the cattle would have come up, loaded up through here. And then the runoff down there where they would have cleaned up. And when we got here, the milk churn was still in there. So that's up the top now. And yeah, so it's all well set up. It's all toilet, showers, you know, full kitchen, as you've seen, you know, bedrooms. It's carpeted, so it's a bit more comfortable. It's well insulated. It's got a bar on one side, rustic. So yeah, quite nice.
It's nice. We'll go inside in a minute. And you said this is something for people to just come and enjoy, to get out and enjoy. I mean, the scenery here, the view is just spectacular. Yeah,
look, the view is incredible. There's no doubt about that. Obviously, yeah, you can come and sit out here all day and just read a book, really. Have a fire going if it's a bit cool.
Well, you got the big fire there. On the outside, there's another one inside. We'll look at that in a minute.
Yeah, there's a fire inside, fire outside.
What do you think people get most out of being here?
I think the peace and quiet. I think the fact that you could sit here and probably feel you're a million miles away from anywhere.
Yeah,
you know,
we kind of are in a way.
Literally, yeah. I mean, you could, you know, I mean, you're not that far out of town, but you're literally up the top here. You feel like you're a million miles from everywhere.
Yeah, just relax and enjoy.
Yeah.
Well, let's go inside and have a look.
Terrific. Let's do it.
And it is very rustic and very peaceful in here. It's quiet.
Yeah, it's very quiet. It's nice and cool. I think with the high roof line, those sorts of things. And we've well insulated it, to sort of say that way.
And you've got the fire here to keep people warm.
Yeah, we've got a fire here. It's interesting. Some people that come down from the city haven't lit a fire before.
Okay.
You know, so Harrison's always at hand to come down and help you light the fires.
And people, what you mentioned before, that people have different experiences. But one of the things that you noticed that someone said to you, it wasn't about the peace, but they said they felt the most safest. Is that right?
Yeah, so it was the first person we ever had here when we put this out, and didn't know how it would sort of go. And someone reached out over Christmas and said that they wanted to come here and have Christmas here. And I thought, oh, probably not. I wouldn't have thought would have been the perfect place for Christmas, but and we were leaving at the time, heading up to my folks' place at King Lake, and said that if she wanted to, they were more than welcome to come and have Christmas with us up at my parents' place, as me and Harrison were leaving. And she said, no, look, really, it's the safest I've ever felt in the last 10 years. And it's always stuck with me ever since she said it, because it just reinforced to me how much some people must go through in their life, and how difficult it must be for a lot of people. I know I've suffered some terrible mental health issues over the years, and you know, for me, you know, it's just been a battle with a lot of things like that. But you know, and I guess, yeah, for me, it was one of those things where it was really interesting to hear it was the safest place for her, which I thought was lovely,
Yeah.
but also thought too that must be very difficult in some people's lives to have to
And
manage
it's
that.
nice to know that there are people like yourself out here that care, because I think a lot of people going through that rough time, they don't realize that there are a lot of people out here that do care. And it's just making people aware of that, which is what you're doing. Is that right?
Absolutely, there's a lot of places that I know of in and down here in the valley
Yeah.
that where there are a lot of people that do care. You know, I
Yeah.
mean, I only need to be involved in this farming community down here to see how something happens down here, like the storms recently, and
Mm.
how everyone just chips in and gets stuff done. And
Yeah.
someone will bring the morning tea, someone will bring 3 chainsaws, and then you chop your way out of the road and come back and
Exactly.
do it all again. It
Yeah.
is really a place where a lot of people are very helpful.
Yeah, and that's what I think you've got here is this wonderful place to celebrate that amazingness that we have in this region in Latrobe City. It's just
It
a
is
beautiful connection of people.
absolutely,
Yeah.
yep,
And now in here, let's talk about what's here. We've
yep,
got this wonderful couch area in front of the fire, which is
yep. So you
fantastic.
got some couches here in front of the
You've,
fire.
you've got the
You got a rustic sort of bar up there with a bullnose canopy sitting out on it.
yeah.
Um, we've got some skeet shooting things here where people were skeet shooting from the balcony.
So you can sit out on the balcony
Yeah,
and,
you
and,
sit
and
down and do
virtually
it even from your
yeah.
from the
For those who
balcony.
don't know what skeet shooting is, you're rich, you are shooting something.
Yeah. So it's the little orange discs that fly off, and they
Yeah.
ping them away with a shotgun.
Yeah.
Um, so there's a kitchen just in there, which is all gas operated, gas hot water, toilet showers, bedroom.
Yeah.
You
And
can sleep
bedroom with
sort of
bunks, so you've got
yeah,
yeah.
you can sleep sort of six
And
people
there's
in
another
this.
room that you're actually
Yeah,
working on
there's
as
another
well.
room we're sort of working on. So if anyone's good as a concreter,
Yeah.
hit me up because I'm not, and we're trying to work out how we're going to put the floor down
Yeah.
for that because it's still dirt from the dairy.
Yeah.
So that's the last place to concrete and sort of get finished. So yeah.
Fantastic. And how do people get in touch with you and to find out about this sort
So
of?
I've got a Facebook page which is called H&M Farming, or I'll provide you my details and they can you can pass them on. I'm happy with that. And yeah,
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 well, we'll
if you
include the details in the video link as well to the H&M
yeah
Farming, and they just connect
yeah they just
through
connect through
Facebook.
there.
Is
They
that
can connect through Facebook on that and see that and yeah, hit me up through that and we run a calendar so we know what's available, those sorts of things, so you can pick several dates that you want to come up and just enjoy a bit of peace and quiet up here. Yeah.
fantastic, Mark? Great work you're doing. Love
Thank
what you're
you.
doing in this region and how much you're caring and supporting our community.
No, thanks, mate. Really terrific. Great to see you. It's
Likewise.
terrific.